Welcome to the Terminal Result Analysis System Tutorials. My name is Edwin Ketomanya, one of the developers. So over here, you can see before you log into the result analysis system, you need a user ID and then the password. So this is the login credentials. So as usual, we have the default password and then the user ID as user. Then you click on login. Now, so if you click on login, it will open the system for you. You enable context as I've done. Over here we have what we call the interface. So on the interface, we have the name of the district, the region that is using the system, and then the version. You realize that it's for primary. So one of the ways to also identify the class that you are using, which file you are using, is either you look at the top, you see the name of the class over here, or you see the name of the class written in orange color as indicated here. So which means that this file that I've opened is for class 1. It's a class 1 file. So I will click on class 1. So after clicking on class 1, you see the class page and then the indicators that are on the class page. If you look critically, we have some command buttons over here. We have the exam score form. We have the Cat 1 score form, Cat 2 score form, Cat 3, Cat 4. Then learner database. We have the performance report, report card, school select, rubrics, school details, dashboard, summary sheet, and the rest. Now, so if you click on, let's say you have home page. The home page is where you go before you select a class. Like I said, all the classes that are in black have been blocked. So if you click on class 2, you receive or you see a feedback, the runtime error. So meaning these classes has been blocked. So you click on N. Okay, that is just by way of a refreshing what I've done earlier. Now we have the first thing that you have to do in the system is to click on the school select. If you click on the school select form, you have a drop down here where you select your district. Let's say it's Afadato South. Then you select a school. So you choose a school, your school. You select it. Then you choose the class that you are working for with, if it is basic 1, A, B, or C up to E, whichever that you are working with, you select. Let's say class 1A. Then you save. It will ask you, do you want to save the data? You click on yes. Then after that, you just close it. Now you come back over here again. Now, the form, you have two buttons. You have two methods that you can enter data into the system. We have the form method, and then we have the direct Excel entry. So if you click on the form, you see the form open for you with the name of the various headings over here, the name of the student or the learner, the subject being offered. Then we have three buttons over here. We have the save button, we have the reset, then we have the search. So that is that for the form. So we'll take the form tutorial on its own. And I also believe that most of you are familiar with the form input. So there is The small buttons that we call the exam score database, anything with the database is the direct entry. So if you click on this one, it gives you the direct entry of the student uh, exam score. So at the right hand side, we have two buttons over here. We have the home and back to class page. If you're here, these are the two common buttons that you can use to navigate through the system. So if I click on the back to class page, it will bring me back to where I am selecting the command buttons in order to manipulate the system. So the next thing that you do after selecting your school, your district, you realize that after selecting your district, it will change here. Your district will change. For instance, let's go back and select again. If we select, let's say, initially it was Afajatu. So for now, let's select whole municipal. Then we select a school. Then I select a class. I save it, and then ask me, do you want to save data? You say yes. Then you realize that it has changed to whole municipal. Alright, so the next thing that we need to do is, for instance, if you click on the Cat 1 score, you see there are a lot of the Excel. You see there are some commands, there are some code over here, and this is the input area. This is where you are going to enter the scores into the system. So we design the system in such a way that we don't want to be inputting the name of the school, the learners in every subject, in every class sheet. So the next thing, the best thing to do is just to enter the name from the student learner database. So let me go back. So in order to input the names into the system, I'll click on the learner database. So you either use the form method or you use the direct entry. So for now, let me just go ahead and use the direct, that is the red one, learner database. I'll click on it. So what I'll do is I'll just input the names into the system. So for instance, if you have the names in any Excel sheet, you can just import it, can just copy and paste it in the system. So for the sex, I will select it's a male. Then the contact is also coded here. You select the contact of the learner, the remarks, you do it. The attendance, the attendance, you write it over here. Then you do for the next student or the learner. Let's say the next learner is a male, is a female. Then you select the female. Then the contact, you select it. Then we have the interest, you select the interest. Then the remarks, you select it. Then the class, the attendance, you also put it in there. So you put in the attendance as well. Then that's it. So this is how, basically, this is how where you are going to enter the data into the system. So when you are done, you just click on back. Then you start keying the scores for the various learners. So you realize that the name that we have already entered is here. So for instance, if I want to enter the name for the scores for the first student, the English language, we are saying that the exam score shouldn't be more than 100 marks. So let's say I'll put some marks over here in order to populate the system and see how it works. So let me just key in some imaginary figures, quick, and then I come to the second learner. So when you are done entering for the exam score, you go back. Then you input the names, the scores for the cat 1. The category 1 score shouldn't be more than 20 marks. So it should be either 20 or less than 20. So I will quickly put in the cat 1 score for the first student or the first learner. So do for the second learner, just like that. So when you are done, you just go and do for cat 2. So the cat 2 shouldn't be more than 20. So for instance, if you enter more than 20, it will prompt you that the value does not match the data validation. So you cancel it and go and change the figures. So shouldn't be more than the 20 or the validated figure that is at the back of the cell. So you also do same for the second learner too. When you are done, you go back. So we've done cat 1, so cat 3. And we are saying cat 3 mark shouldn't be more than 40. So it shouldn't be more than 40. So all these cat 1, cat 2, cat 3, and with their descriptions are in the teacher resource pack for you to use as a reference. So you can just check it up for yourself. The indicators, the criteria for cat 1, what goes into cat 2, what goes into cat 3, what goes into cat 4. They are all there for you to study, to enhance your work. So kindly look for the resource pack and then and do the needful. So I'm done with the cat 3. Let me go to the cat 4. So cat 4, let me just also shouldn't be more than 20. So anything more than 20, the system will reject it. So I've entered more than 20, so it has prompted me Alright, so now that I am done with the input of the various or assigning marks, let me look at how the system is responding, the analysis of what is happening in the system. So first of all, let me go into input school details. The name of the school, everything is selected over here. The learner, let me say I've entered only 3 learners into the system. Is it 2? So 1 male and then 1 female. So let's say the name of the class teacher is Edwin. Then let's say my telephone number is 054 3932 420. So the name of the head teacher, so the class teacher, let's say this is the name of the class teacher, probably. So I'm down here, so I'll go back. No, I have to come and fill the report card rubric, so the year that I'm entering, let's say 2025, term 3 or term 2. Then the vacation date, let's say I'll type it in Word, June 2025. Then reopening date 1st May, 1st July 2025. Then number of times the register has been opened, let's say 67. So I will just save it here. Do you want to save? You say yes. Then you close it. Now, so let me see how the system is responding with the data that I've entered into the system. So first of all, I'll just click on performance report. So as I click on performance report, you see the name of the learner, the total attendance is here, the cat 1, cat 2, cat 3, cat 4, then giving you the subtotal. Then the system will strike 50% of the cat 1, 2, 3, and 4, and strike 50% of the exam score. And then the exam score or the SBA score and the exam score giving you the grand total of 81, and the grade equivalent of the total raw score of 81 is grade 1, and the remark is advanced. Then the position in class is first. So the second person is also there. The grand total is 68, grade 4 equivalent. 68 equivalent is grade 4 according to the system, according to the new SBA, and according to the resource pack, the grading system in the resource pack. And then the remark is developing. Then the position is second. So that is that. That is for English. If you go to mathematics, you see. You go to mathematics, you scroll down, you see mathematics here. You see how the learner is also performing. So you scroll down and see the rest of the subjects. Then now we come to the report card. If you click on the report card, you see everything over here. The name of the learner, the total position, the overall position in class is here. We have the various subjects with the scores, the rating, the position in the position of the various subjects, and then the grade equivalent of the total score. Then we have the raw score. Then we have the average score. So everything is over here. And then come to the second student. So this is just a matter of exporting it to PDF and then print it, sign it, and give it to the learners. So everything has been done by the system already. So the total attendance, everything that you selected, the headmaster will only you only print this for the headmaster to sign and give it to the learner. Now we want to go further and do some further analysis in the system. So we want to view the student broadsheet, or what we call the summary sheet. Now the summary sheet, on the summary sheet you see all the scores that the learner have scored, the total raw score, the position in class, then the average score over here. So everything is down over here. Now, there is the teacher system. This is the teacher system. So in the head system, there is a data from the teacher system that will be fed into the head system. What it means is that if the teacher is done doing entering the name and then the mark into the system, and we want to see what each and every class is doing, so the teacher, the class teacher, has to come into his broadsheet over here, then scroll down. If you scroll down, there is a mark accumulated over here. The teacher will mention it to the head teacher, for the head teacher to also enter into his system to have the school performance outlook. So this is it. Now we want to see the dashboard, how the dashboard is responding, the performance, how the performance is looking like in the dashboard in the class. So we can see that in the class we have the total raw score over here. So just at a glance, you can see the schools, the subject that the learners are performing in well, and the subject that the performers are not, and the learners are not performing in well. So when you want to do further intervention, you can identify which subject to run the interventions for. So there are a lot of discussion around this place. The region is taken in an app. When that time comes, we'll do further analysis, deliberation of how the performance is looking like for each class, for each learner here and there, for further engagement. So we have percentages, overall percentage for the subjects. They are here. If you are doing French, if you're not doing French, the system will give you what you are to look out for. So the average score over here for the various subjects as well, for further engagement and deliberation. So basically, these are few things. Because of time, because this is just a tutorial video, so cannot have a detailed discussion of how to do the interpretation in the system, because that one we have done that one-on-one engagement training session with you already. So this is just to for those who might not get the concept right, they can just come here, listen to the video, and also pick certain things that they ought to pick. Now if I want to print the report card, how do I then print the report card? If you are here, if you click on the report card, all that you need to do is just use Ctrl P on the keyboard. If you click on Ctrl P, then select the printer, because you want to export it to PDF. So select print, Microsoft Print to PDF. You select this one, Microsoft Print to PDF. So you come here, you see pages 2. So if I have only 2 learners in the class, so I only type in here page 1 to 2. If it is 20 learners, then I have to say page 1 to 20, so that it will export only that particular report card for me, so that I don't export everything. So after that, you click on print. You click on print over here. So you see it has automatically opened the dialog box for you, the save as dialog box. So you can say, you type in your report card, report term 2 over here. Then you select the location where you want the file to be, so that you can see. In this case, I'm selecting desktop, so you click on save. So when it is done, it has saved it. So it has saved it. So what you have to do is just to go back to the report card, and then, so let me search the report card, what I've sent the desktop, report card term 2. So let me open open file location, go to desktop, look for report card M2. So report this. So because I don't have the install, it will pick Microsoft Edge for me as the default one. So here you have it, the name of the learners, the report card of the learner. You just issue the printout or you send it to the student by soft copy, or you print it using the printer, and then you give it to the head teacher to sign, and they'll give it to the learners. So that's it. So now the next thing to look out is how to save. Supposing that this is the file and I am done with the term 1, I want to save it for term 2. So what you can do basically is, let's say you can click on report card as usual, or as usual. So, or you go back. If you are using the TM1, you can just click on F12. So F12 will give you the save as dialog box. So what it means is that if you give this save as command to you, I want to save this work electronically, so that even if I've given the report card to the learners, they go and misplace it 2, 3, or some few years later, I can still have the result of the learners intact. So if this is primary, RASS Primary Basic 1 Final 2025. If this is term 2, I will only add underscore term 2. So you can add term 3, term 4, then you click on save. You click on save. So after clicking on save, meaning the original file is there for you. So this is the file we have worked on, and this is term 2. So after giving out the report, the soft copy of the entire analysis together with the report card, with all the broadsheets and everything that you want, is kept in the folder for you somewhere that you can go and make reference to it anytime that you so wish. So basically, these are some of the things that you can do with the teacher system. I will go to the head teacher system later on, but there are some few things that I want to clarify when you are using the system. Sometimes you open the system, you realize that the thing is not responding, the system is not opening. There are 3 main things that can make the system behave like that. One, when you download the file directly from WhatsApp, that is, if you have the WhatsApp web on your machine and you download the file directly from WhatsApp web to your laptop, the WhatsApp code has been assigned to the file by WhatsApp, the serial, like tracking or something. So when you come to open it in your system, because of that additional tracking or assign number or IP address, whatsoever it is, the system sees it as a suspicious file, so it will not open for you. So how do you solve it? In order to solve that problem, you first of all download the file that we share to you on your phone. Download it directly to your phone, then transfer it through Bluetooth to the machine. Please don't miss out that. Now, the next thing is, the second one is, When the machine is outdated, out of date, if the application, the Microsoft application is out of date, the system will not run on it. So what you do is to go back and update your Microsoft application. So that is what you ought to do. Then the third one is okay. The third one is when you don't, if you did not enable what's the name, the content, enable content, which I did earlier. You have to enable content. You have to do that. I Since I'm forgetting the third one, give me a few minutes. Yeah, so the third one is those of you who install the WPS, that is the Android version of the Microsoft application on your machine, and immediately you install the WPS on your machine, it pick it as a default application, whether it being Excel, Word, PowerPoint, whatsoever. It pick it as a default application. So all that you do is you right click on the file. For instance, if the file is like this, if the file is like this, you right click on it, you right click on the file, you go to more option, you go to properties, then you change this one, you click on change, and select Excel as a default. You see, as set it as a default. So with that, you are good to go. So that is that. So supposing that I have WPS on it, you see WPS as a default. So I have to set Excel as default. So basically, that is the three ways by which you can, the system will not respond. First of all, if your Microsoft application is out of date, you have to update it. Second, if you transfer the file directly from WhatsApp that is installed on your PC, a code will be assigned to it at the behind the file, which the application will see as a suspicious file. Then what you do is that you download the file directly on your phone and then transfer it to the machine and run it. Then the third one is installing WPS on your on your machine. You have to, if you have done that, you have to go and set Excel as your default application so that it do not interfere with the system. So thank you so much. If you have any question, you can call me, you can reach out to me. This is my number. You can call any of these numbers and then we'll be there to guide and assist you. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Have